I've got a Ford Super Duty truck and I've got pretty much nowhere to put my phone. So my wife insisted that I get one of these new stereos, and I've been playing with it for about 90 minutes. Mostly because my truck used to be an ambulance, and they did a lot of fancy wiring with this thing. So I figured I would include some of the little hacks I did and give a review of this. It's the Binike Binize radio that I got from Amazon. The radio and the wiring harness and the trim kit were all under $100, and I am definitely impressed with that. So I figured let's get to it. So the first thing I did is I made two switches for it. One is a custom switch so I can turn this thing on and off without having to actually turn on the ignition. So as soon as I click that thing on, that stereo is going to turn on. And apparently you can change this to be like a company logo, or maybe just have it say Ford. And I thought that was kind of cool. So I wanted to take this video before I went ahead and got it installed, because then you really can't see much. Oh, that's a little loud. Let's mute that. There we go. So on the back here we have two video inputs. So I have one camera in the rear and one camera in the front. Mostly use that for parallel parking. Then it's got two video outputs and two audio outputs. Not really going to use those. And then that's it. In terms of the wiring harness, this is just proprietary to your car, but pretty much just match up purple to purple, green to green. It was really simple. All of the wires were actually labeled on the packaging, so it was real nice and easy to use. One of the modifications that I did was the backup camera is tied into the pink reverse wire. I actually just hardwired that to a switch so that whenever I do that, it'll actually just show me what's on the backup camera, and then it'll also mute the stereo. And it was the combination of both of those is why I hardwired it to a switch, because I was really like the idea of being able to use that backup camera to change lanes. And sometimes I just need to hit that mute button, and I can have this switch a lot easier to access than tapping the down volume button here. So I figured that's the way I wanted to do that. And then as soon as you flip it off, it just automatically goes back to the stereo. Now the key thing I was looking for was just an absolutely like seamless interface with my iPhone. So I'm going to take my iPhone right there and just plug it in. And then you see it right there. So it automatically started playing the last thing that was on the phone. So I'm going to see how long it takes to search for something on the GPS. So let's see here. Indian restaurant near me. Oh, that didn't work. Let's try that again. Indian restaurant near me. Ooh, that one looks good. That's pretty quick. I'm impressed with that. So overall, it works really, really well in terms of just being seamless, because one of the things I was concerned with is just when you unplug your phone and then when you go to like plug it back in, as soon as you get out and you go somewhere else, I didn't want to have to constantly be messing with things and reloading my GPS, and that really doesn't seem to be the case. And that way I can just keep my phone away from my pocket and I can just keep this here. So I'm really happy with this. It's the Binize 7-inch stereo from Amazon, and super happy with it.